12:30 right now. So this is the Momentum Open House for ISEE lower level math. So let's wait just 2 more minutes, okay? 2 more minutes. So we have more students joining in. So this is for the lower level math open house. Thank you for joining in the open house for the ISEE lower level math. The second slide is just the information about me, myself, okay? So I have a PhD degree in chemical engineering from School of Mines, okay, and I have been teaching 7 years in Fort Bend ISD, which is in Texas, okay, Houston area. I have taught Algebra 1, Algebra 2, okay, and pre-calculus and also college algebra. So variety of the classes, and I have been teaching at Momentum Learning for 3 years. Okay, I have been teaching the contest math and also 6th grade CBE class, okay, and also the SAT math, Algebra 1, Algebra 2, okay, and the ISEE math. Okay, really excited, okay, to be able to teach and help our students to exceed, okay, and beyond the expectation. Okay, and what is ISEE test? This is the independent school entrance examination, okay, and it is used for admission to a private middle school or high school. So if you're looking to attend any elite private middle school or private high school, okay, this is the test you will have to do, okay, and do well on. So there are 3 testing seasons: fall, winter, and spring, summer. Students may register to take the ISEE once per testing season, okay, and usually the score are due in early January, okay, which means, okay, from now, okay, at this moment, you, okay, are able to actually take once or twice, okay. If the first one you are not satisfied, okay, you can take twice, because the score is due January. So you can technically, if you enroll the class, okay, our class end in November, so you can take one in November, and then, okay, if you want to, you can take in December again. So here is, okay, that's the test. Any question here? I have a question, okay, from the chat said, would there be any lower level for vocabulary and writing? Yes, okay, so we have 2 classes, okay, regarding the lower level. One is the math, one is the English prep, okay. So the dates here, okay, the math will start next week on Sunday. So every Sunday, okay, we have classes, except that there are 2 of the dates, which is September the 3rd and October the 8th, okay. And then it's 10-week, okay, 10-week the seminar. So we will go over all the topics relevant with the math, okay, the math and English starting August the 30th, okay, August the 30th. And this is taken by students applying from grade 5, okay, to 6th grade, okay, to 6th grade. Okay, and we will have weekly homework, okay, and we will also provide 3 mock tests. Okay, if you notice that we have no classes for those 2 weeks, okay, September 3rd and October 8th. Those are the 2 weeks I will assign the mock test, a kind of mock test, and then the last one will be closing to the end. Okay, you will see, okay, how much progress you make. And if you register before tomorrow, August the 20th, you will have 10% discount. And if you register both English and math, you also get additional $100 discount, okay, for that. Okay, it will be a small group, okay, and totally we have 10 weeks, okay, 10 weeks. Let me know if you have any questions, okay, at this moment. Okay, let's look at the exam itself, okay, okay, some of you probably already familiar, at least to check out, okay, what the test actually cover. So there are 4 sections, okay, 4 sections. Verbal reasoning, that's 34 questions and 20 minutes. Okay, and then the section 2 is quantitative reasoning, okay, which is math part, okay, 38 questions, you will have 35 minutes. And then the section 3 is reading comprehension. Okay, you have 25 questions and 25 minutes. The section 4 is another math section, which is mathematics achievement. You have 30 questions and 30 minutes. Okay, and then there's the essay says it is not scored, but a copy will be sent to the scores to which you apply. Okay, all scores are converted to a grade appropriate standing. Okay, I will explain that. Okay, which represents a percentile range. So the total, okay, the total time for the lower level is 2 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, 4 sections. Okay, let's look at the two math section. Okay, math section. The quantitative reasoning. Okay, at the lower level, you have 35 minutes. Okay, for the 38 questions. Okay, the questions in this section consist most of the word problem. Okay, and you will be asked to use quantitative reasoning to analyze and extrapolate the information from each word problem. Okay, so this section is okay, all the word problems, okay, and relevant, you need to use your quantitative reasoning, okay, to find the best answer. And section 4 is mathematics achievement. You will be given 30 minutes to answer 30 questions. Okay, the question in this section require that you identify the problems and then find a solution to the problems. Okay, usually take multiple steps to solve. Okay, the lower level math topics, okay, cover a lot. Okay, mainly is like the 5th grade to the 6th grade topics. So we have some algebra, algebra concepts. We have also data analysis, probability, geometry, some basic geometry, not those like hard high school geometry. Okay, we have coordinate geometry, plane geometry, area, volume, perimeter, all kinds of things. Okay, and then we have some spatial reasoning. And for the numbers operations, okay, you need to know those fundamentals, right? Also plus the distributive properties, fractions, operations, percentage, okay, ratio, proportions, whole part, okay, a lot of the things, okay, involved here. And our class will actually have all mini talks, okay, all mini mini topics, okay, and then each topics I will go over example and then let you practice, okay, and then they depend on your practice, and maybe I will just give more example or just move on to the next mini topics. So we will cover, okay, all the topics, okay, in the in the lower level. Okay, the scoring. Okay, let's take a look at the scoring. So we have a raw score and a scale score and the percentile ranking. The raw score is the amount of the question you answered correctly. Okay, each question answered, of course, at 1 point. The good thing is, okay, if the answer incorrectly or skipping, okay, none can neither, okay, deduct the points, okay, which means, okay, just a guess, right? You can guess because answering wrong, okay, or skipping comes the same. So for example, if out of 160 questions, okay, a child answers 125 correct, skips 10, okay, and answers 25, those 25 incorrectly, okay, you will receive raw score 125. Okay, there's no penalty. Okay, there's no penalty if you guessed wrong. Scale the score. Okay, throughout the school year, you will take multiple, you can take multiple versions. So the ISEE, the scaled score, which ranges from the 760 to 940, and is applied to each section, is a way to, okay, to deduce or like get a solid score while still taking into account, okay, some differences of the various test results. Okay, yes, question say, are we going to do some extra math? Yes, okay, we will have a trial class, like maybe 30 minutes-ish. Okay, I have some examples and some practice for you. Okay, so here is right now the introduction, just if you're curious, okay, how this test look like, how do we score, and how do you know, okay, if you did good or not. And then we have the percentile ranking is used to compare students, okay, from each other, as well as the score norm of the same grade and age group, okay, over the 3 years prior to the test. So, for example, out of 99% style, the percentile points, okay, if a child scores that rank of 70 on one section, this conveys that this child scored as well or better than the 70%, okay, and then lower than the 29% of the students, okay, in the same grade and same age group. Okay, this is how we look at the score. Okay, and this is the score. So at the end, okay, you have a percentile ranking. Okay, it's called this 9. Okay, your goal is trying to get each section. Okay, each section you will have a score from 1 to 9. Okay, that's your goal. Okay, you want to get 7, 8, 9 on every single section. Okay, all those 4 sections. So with the 5 is the middle point and 9 is the highest possible. Okay, so I'm about to start with the trial lesson. I want you to have a just a peek through what my lesson looked like. But before I know some of the parents are here. Before I start the lesson, maybe let me directly go to, is there any question here from the parents? If you do, you can type in the chat or just unmute yourself. Okay, if not, okay, now let's start with, I prepared a couple of topics, okay? Each topic will have an example and then practice. Some of the topics maybe seem really natural, easy for you, okay? But, so let's take a look. So the first, fractions of numbers, okay? Fractions of numbers. Okay, let's look at number 1 first, okay? Let's look at number 1 first. What is 1/5 of 60? 1/5 of 60. A fraction of a number, okay, of number, okay, that's always multiplication. So it's 1/5 multiplied to 60, okay, and then this is just the 60/5. And then when you do the division, okay, quite a lot of you already figured out, okay, that's equals 12. Okay, so that's B, okay, that's B. So 1/5, okay, 1/5 of, fraction of a number. You just do the direct multiplication, okay? So 1/5 times 60, and then do the division, that's 12. Okay, so 3 is for you to practice, okay? And then you can type your answer in the chat, okay? What is 1/12 of 24? Good job, Chelsea. Okay, I don't know if I pronounced your name correctly. Good job. Hey, Karen, I need you to type only the answer, not to type else. Okay, a question, what kind of book will the class use? Okay, I will have all the practice thing. Okay, so we will have the class handout. Okay, class handout. And then you will have homework together with the answer key. And you also have the mock test. I will be provided to you, okay, with that in the Canvas, okay, in Canvas. Okay, so only 3 of you provided the answer. Okay, so let's take a look. Number 3. So 1/12, okay, 1/12 of 24, that means multiplication. So multiply the 24. And then this is 24 over the 12, that's 2. You do the division. Okay, let me see. Okay, I have a question say, will the kids do mock test at home or during the class? You would do that at home, okay, at home, okay, and then bring questions, okay, bring questions to the class. Now, keep in mind the first mock test is in the very beginning of the class. So at that moment, you probably have a lot of questions, okay. I will only allot, okay, like allocate, okay, sometimes for that mock test one. And mock test 2 is in the middle, okay, you learned, okay, like almost half of the topics, okay, you should get better, okay, and you would do that at home, and then bring questions, okay, bring questions to the class, okay, and then the last one, okay, at that moment, we finished all the topics, and then we will go over the entire test, but I will collect the question first, okay, I probably don't have time to review the entire test, but okay, if the students submit, say, okay, those are the questions, I do not know how to do that. And sometimes I ask the students, even ask me like, Ms. Gong, I know like, because we have 35 questions and 35 minutes, right? That means, okay, each question, you don't want to spend too much time. You can ask me, Ms. Gong, I actually spend like 3 minutes on this question. Do you have a better strategy? Because sometimes a better strategy can save you a lot of time, even you got the correct answer. Okay, so yes, okay, we do have 3 mock tests, but do that at home, okay, and then we'll review that during the class. But the first mock test and the second mock test, because at that time we have not went through the entire, okay, all the topics, so I will just go over, pick the questions, okay, in certain allocated time. Okay, so this is the first one. Okay, now let's take a look. It's a little bit, okay, more complicated. I'm not saying too much complicated, but instead of 1/5, right now is 2/5, right? 2/5. So it's 2/5 times the 25. Okay, now certainly you can just say, oh, because it's 25/1, so I do 2 times 25, that's 50/5, that's equals 10. Now, probably still only take you like 10 seconds, but I never prefer you to do this way, because you can simplify first. Okay, what if this is a very like big number or very big number? So the best way is, okay, simplify this first. 25 and a 5, okay, 25/5, that's 5, and 2 times 5, that's 10. It's better directly say, okay, let me multiply the numerator together and then divide by the denominator. Okay, always simplify first. Okay, always simplify first. Okay, although this question probably only save you 5 seconds, but some of the question might save you big. Okay, so this is number 6. The answer is 10. Okay, so I want you to do number 9. Okay, number 9. What is, okay, let me use this as example. What is 5/6 of 54? Okay, type your answer in the chat. Number 9. Okay, we are doing number 9. Good job, Chelsea. Good job, Olivia and she. Okay. Very good. Okay, very good. Okay, so let me go over that. Okay, 5/6. Okay, off. That's multiplication. Now, you don't want to like really waste the time to do this multiplication. Oh, what is 5 times 54? And then do the division. Okay, you want to start with, okay, can I simplify this? 54 and 6. 54 divided by 6, that's 9. Okay, and then 5 times 9, that's 45. Okay, every time, okay, if you have something like that, okay, you have numerator top times the top, okay, divide by the bottom, always try to simplify first, okay, and then do the final answer. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, we have a word problem. Okay, let's look at the word problem. So I'm going to model the first one on the left. A school has 360 students. If 80 students are in the band members make up what fraction of the school? Okay, band member make up what fraction? Okay, means band member, right? The band member need to divide by the whole school. Okay, the school. So the school, the total. Okay, which is the total. And then you would do 80 divided by the 360. Okay, and then when you simplify that, you can start to simplify just the quick one, right? The 0 cancel. Okay, and then divide by 4, divide by 4, you have 2 over the 9. Okay. Oh, I have an answer, which is B. B is wrong. You probably simplified the fraction wrong. Okay, it's 2 over 9, so it's 8. Okay, now I want you to look at the one on the right side. Okay, look at the one on the right side. Read carefully. Okay, read carefully. Word problem, always read carefully. And type your correct answer. Type the answer in the chat. A or B or C or D. And from time to time, I will use Kahoot, or what's the other name? I forgot. You know, the students actually introduced it to me. Those like a fun game. We will review, okay, some of the topics. Okay, just like especially during the break time. Okay, we will play those things to enhance. Okay, and to add some fun. Okay, to add some fun learning. A Brookit. Okay, and what's else? What else? I forgot. Okay, read Kahoot. Yeah, Kahoot, you know, I mentioned Kahoot. Okay, and then I use the Kahoot a lot, okay, at school, but then when I do that online here, momentum learning, and the students say, oh, can we do Brookit? And I learned Brookit. I said, oh, that's fun. Okay, students actually, there's one more I forgot, but I will. Okay, so let's take a look. I only have one student. Oh, wait, I have Candice, very good. Okay, good job. Okay, Olivia. I have 3 answers. Okay, 2 choose D and 1 choose A. So let's take a look. The students who chose A actually, let's read carefully. Okay, so you have 360 in your piggy bank. If you spend 2/9 of your money on a pair of new shoes, how much money do you have left? Okay, so need to be read carefully. So you can do, there are 2 ways, okay, 2 ways. So one is doing 360, so 2/9 is what? That's how much money you spend on the new shoes. Okay, once again, let's start to simplify before you multiply the 360 with the 2. Okay, that's 40, okay, times the 2, that's 80. So that's the $80 you already spent. Okay, and then how much money you have left? That's 360 minus, right, the 80, which is 280. There's another way. Okay, that's another way. Method 2. Okay, method 2, that use a different color. Method 2 is you spend 2/9, okay, on the pair of shoes, which means the left should be 7/9, right? How did I get this number? Is the 1 minus the 2/9, because 2/9, that's the fraction. The whole fraction is 1, right? And whole fraction is 1, okay? And then this is 2/9, so the remaining should be 7/9, and then multiply the 360. That would also give you the 280. Okay, read carefully. Okay, always read carefully. Okay, let's look at next page. Still fraction word problems. Okay, still fraction word problems. This one you can do it yourself. Okay, Number 6, okay, write your answer in the chat. 45 dogs. If 3/5 of the dogs have spots, okay, how many dogs have spots? Okay, very good. Good job. Okay, this is, if you read carefully, okay, this is nothing like you really take multiple steps, right? Because it just, okay, this 3/5 have the spot, and how many dogs have spots? So you directly multiply the 45 and 3/5, right? Only 3/5 of that. Okay, and then once again, no need to multiply those first, okay, wasting like maybe 10 seconds. So simplify this, 9/1, and then 9 times 3, that's 27. Okay, 27. Good job. Okay, let's look at this one. Okay, number 7, read carefully. Okay, number 7, read carefully. Sam has 60 inches of ribbon, okay, and he wants to cut into pieces that are 2/3 inches long. How many pieces of ribbon can he cut? We are doing number 7 now, the one on the right. And sometimes you can think, is it logically correct? Whoa, you changed the answer a lot. Okay, so let me see. Okay, is it okay I call some of you to answer? Because in the class, okay, I do call students, say, okay, now, okay, let's take a look. Okay, what can we eliminate? Okay, I know we can directly do that problem, but okay, just to help understanding what answer is actually not logically correct, we can eliminate at the very beginning. Olivia, what do you think? Are you able to unmute yourself?
Mhm. So basically you're supposed to do like, wait, do I have annotation?
What did you do? You can just tell me.
I did 60 divided by 2/3, which equals 60, and then
You can just
times.
say it fast.
Yeah, I'm just showing my steps.
Yeah, you are correct. You are
Yeah,
doing
90.
divided by the 2/3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe if you annotate here, it's better. Okay, but at least, okay, nobody choose. Okay, I see nobody choose the A. Nobody actually did 60 times the 2/3, because if you did that, okay, what you get is 40. But logically, see, you have 60 inch of the ribbon, but each piece is actually less than 1 inch, right? So you cannot, you actually will not, okay, those 40 and 45 is less than 60 inches. If you cut two, if each piece is 1 inch, you can at least cut 60 pieces. Now those pieces is even less than 1 inch. So, by logically, you can eliminate A and a B, okay? And then D means 120 piece. Okay, you have 60 inch, that should be half, okay? So logically, if because I noticed, okay, one of you choose the B45, okay, logically 45 is not possible, right? Because each piece is actually less than 1 inch. So your number should be larger than the 60. Okay. And I also have one student choose the 120. Okay, that means, okay, if you have 60 inch, if you cut 120 piece, each piece is only half inch. Okay, very good, Olivia. So we need to do, because this is the total length, okay, and then each piece is 2/3. Okay, and then when you divide by a fraction, have you learned what should we handle divide by a fraction? Because nobody like to divide fraction. So you will multiply, you change that to multiplication. And then when you change that to multiplication, you need to do the reciprocal. 2/3 become 3/2. Whenever you need to divide by a fraction, always change that to multiplication and then do the reciprocal. Okay, and then final answer, 60/2, that's 30/1, and then 30 times the 3, that's 90. So final answer is 90. Okay, let me get rid of that. I just want to say this one is wrong. I don't want to confuse you. So correct answer is 90. Okay, correct answer is 90. Okay, question. Okay, now let's look at two more. Okay, two more fraction word problems. Okay. So the section 2, okay, these are all word problems. Some like sentence seems short, okay, not too bad. Okay, this one seems long, but information is actually very straightforward. So I want you to read along, okay? Okay, and then I'm going to work that out together with you, okay? Okay, now let's take a look at together. Okay, we have 3 people, right? We have 3 people owns a shop, okay, together. So there are 3 days, and you read along, right? We have a Monday, we have a Tuesday, and we have Wednesday. They made some sale, okay, they earn some money. So the question is says, if they each get to keep 1/3 of the total money, which is like equal share, right? Equal share. So for example, if you have $3 and then everybody split to get $1. If you have 300 and everybody get 100. So 3 people will get 1/3 of the total money they made. Okay, and then how much money does each person get? Which means we need to find the total money they earn. 3 days, okay, 3 days. So let's take a look. Monday, Nick made 180. Okay, very good. Okay, that's the Monday money. Okay, I need to look at the total money and then divide by the 3. Let's look at Tuesday. Tuesday, Taylor worked 5 hours and made $18 per hour, $18 1 hour, and totally 5 hours. That's 18 times the 5, that's $90. Okay, so on Tuesday, Taylor worked 5 hours, but each hour he earned $18. Okay, so that's 90 together. Now on Wednesday, it says Corinne made twice as much as Nick made on Monday. The information is, what does Nick earn? That's 180. Okay, and then twice, okay, so you multiply 2, that's 360. Okay, and then what you need is just calculate this out. Okay. Very good. Okay. Thank you, Oscar. You got the answer. The answer is B, which is 210. What you just add it together and then divide by 3. Okay, that's not too hard at all. Okay, that's number 8. Just to read all the information. Okay, all the information and focus on what you were asked. Okay, what you were asked. You will ask how much money each person gets. So I need to find what's the total earning, divide by the 3. Okay, let's look at the last one belong to this topic. Okay, I want you to try it yourself. Okay. Good job, Candice. Good job, Olivia. Very good, Oscar. So in the class, okay, I usually just will type, okay, say thumb up, say, oh, good job, okay, or I type check, means your answer is wrong, and I ask you to just double check, okay. Okay, so let's take a look. I have 3 correct answers. So Mrs. Reynolds have 7/8 of the cake. So somebody already kind of like, okay, ate that 1/8. Okay, so she has 7/8 of the cake that she wants to split between her 5 children. Okay, that means, okay, this is the total of the cake. Okay, and then everybody get a fair share. So divide by the 5. Okay, each child will get. Now we mentioned we never like divide by a fraction. So when if you divide by a fraction, you change that to multiplication and then do the reciprocal. Right now, okay, our numerator is a fraction. We also do not like numerator as a fraction, but what should we do? We cannot just say, oh, let me flip this, right? Like 8/7. What did you do? Let me ask you, Oscar, what did you do? How did you do the division? 7/8. Okay, and then divide by 5. What's your strategy? If you're able to unmute yourself. If not, don't worry.
Multiply 7 and 8 by 5 and then divide it by 5.
Okay, what did you do? Oh, you multiply the 5 and the 7? No, wait. You multiply 8 with 5? What did you do? Sorry. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I got 35 40s. And divided by 5 is 7 40s.
Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Now, when you have, okay, this kind of division, okay, what I do is when you divide by 5, it's the same as what? Also, I want to change that to multiplication. When you divide by 5, change the multiplication. This is 5/1. Okay, and then I flip that 1/5 because it's 1/5, right? Each, okay, 5 children, each children will get 1/5. Okay, so it's like 7/40. But you can, okay, whatever strategy, okay, works for you, okay, very quick, then you can keep doing that, okay, keep doing that. Okay, you probably just learn directly, right? 5 times the, multiply the 8 on the top. Oh, sorry, let me use a different color. Okay, you multiplied 8, you want to get rid of the denominator and then multiply 8 here and then 7/40. Okay, they are all very good. Okay, they are all, I think they are equal, equally time-wise equal. Okay, equally. Any questions so far? It is 1/10. I'm going to skip those decimals. Okay, those decimals are not fun, but this is very fundamental. You need to know how do you do the subtraction of the decimal, how do you multiply the decimal, how do you divide by decimal. Okay, we can go over those. Okay, those are like quite fundamentals. How do you move the decimal points? Okay, but not too much fun. Okay, we have, if we have time, we can come back. Okay, we can come back. But let's look at some percent. Okay, some percent. We have percentage, proportional. We always, okay, okay, percent. Okay, first let me, okay, percent, you all know what does that mean? 10%. Okay, percent means over 100. So this is like 10/100. Okay, and then if I want to change to decimal, okay, that is 0.1. Okay, 0.1, 0.1. 10% is divided by 100. When you divide by 100, okay, you do decimal. Okay, go back there. That's 0.1. Okay, those are the things you should already have learned. Okay, so, okay, let's take a look at here. What is 20% of? Okay, this is again something of. Okay, that's a multiplication. So 20% of 150. So you can do that, 20 over the hundreds. A lot of you probably say, oh, 20%, I know this is 1/5. Okay, but okay, if sure, we can directly do this. Okay, 150. And then you do that. Okay, and then you can try to simplify that. Okay, simplify as much as you can. Okay, and then I find out, oh, this is like 15 times the 2, that's 30. So that's 30. So 20%, some percent of a number just multiply together, and the percent is over 100. So I want you to do the one on the right side. Okay, what is 75% of 48? This is where actually, if you know how to simplify first, okay, and then do the multiplication, that can save you big time, okay, because right now I only received one answer, okay. I think a lot of you like still trying to do the calculation. So let me, okay, good job, Candice. Okay, let's take a good job, Olivia. Very good, Chelsea. Okay, so let's take a look. It's 75%. Okay, let me directly write 75 over the 100, okay, times the 48. Okay, now some of you know 75% is like 3/4, but okay, if you're not sure, okay, we know we want to simplify first, but those like it's hard, okay, because you can only divide by 4, but okay, 75 and 100, I already know they are divisible by 25. Okay, if you do not sure, you can simplify by divide by 5 first. But this is 25, so 20 divided by 25, okay, that's 3/4. Okay, and then do this. Let me do a different color. This and this, 48/4, that's 12, and then 12 times 3, that's 38. Now, instead of really doing the 75 times the 48, right? That you need to spend a lot of time to do that, divide by 100. So simplify the fraction first, okay, and then try to do the multiplication. Okay, this is the first type of the percent question, okay, percent question. The next type is, it asks, okay, 24 is what percent of 30? Okay, of course you can do the multiple choice. Oh, 45, let me just try each one. Okay, of course this is one of the strategy. If you have multiple choice, right, you can always plug in to see if correct. Okay, now here let me review, okay, or introduce. Okay, we always have that percent is the part over the whole, okay, or part equals percent times the whole, or whole equals part over the percent. Okay, you just have all those, so I can have this one right here. So percent is the part over the whole. Okay. So let's take a look. 24 is what percent? Okay, so we need to find what percent. So this time we need to find what percent of 30. Okay, we need to decide, okay, which one is the part, which one is the whole. What percent of, okay, the keyword of, okay, percent of, okay, that's the whole, okay. The 30 is the whole. Okay, and then the number in, okay, ahead of what percent, that's the part, so 24. Okay, and then when you do the division, okay, when you do the division, you can divide by 3, so it's 8/3. Of course, you can do more, but because I needed 100%, it's probably better to do that. That's 80%. Okay, but you can directly do, you can also do this. okay, you can divide by the, what is the best, okay, you have divide by, what did I divide by earlier? Okay, I divide by 3, right? So, okay, I have the 8 over 10, and then you can do more, which is 2. So you can do divide by 6. Okay, you can divide by 6 directly and then find 80%. Or 24 over the 30. You can find it, this is 0.8, and then 0.8, how do you convert that back to the percentage? Okay, you just do 1 decimal, okay, then we need to do, okay, 1 more, so it's 80, okay, 80%. That's how you convert that. Very good, okay, very good. Okay, so I want you to practice this. 9 is what percent of 45? 9 is what percent of 45? Okay, remember the formula? Percent is part over the whole. Good job, Candice and Olivia. Okay, very good. Okay, so we find, okay, remember the item, okay, the term after the of, that's the whole. So 45 is the whole. Okay, and then the part is the number in the beginning. So 9 over 45, that's 1 over 5. 1 over 5, how do we convert that to the percentage? There are multiple ways. You can multiply, okay, because the 5, how do I get to the 100? So multiply the 20, so that's 20%. Okay, or 1 over 5, that's, you can do that, that's 0.2. Okay, and then 0.2 is the 20%. So you can do either way. Okay, this is the second type of the percent problem. Okay, the last one is ask you 7 is 20% of what number? Okay, remember the number right after the off is the whole number. So right now we need to find what's the whole number. Okay, so remember in the beginning we write, let me just do it. We write percent just equals the part over the whole, right? Of course, you can rewrite whole equals part over the percent, but we can just use that directly. So let's take a look. What do we know? We know the percentage is 25 over 100. That's the percent. Equals what? Part over the whole. Okay, whole is the number right now I need to find. Okay, I need to find. Okay. And then what's the part? Part is 7. Now, how do I find this question mark? You can do the cross multiply. Okay, you can do the cross multiply. So it will be 25 times the question mark, right? Equals the 700. Okay, 7 times 100, and then both divide by 25. Divide by 25. So that is, well, that's 28. Okay, that's 28. But you can also do 25%. Oh, that's 1 over 4, right? What is the number? Okay, 1 over 4 of what number equals the 7? But this is the general strategy. Okay, general strategy is using this formula. Percent equals the part over the whole. Okay, and then just plug in the information you know. Okay, what do you know right now? I know the percentage. Okay, and I also know the part. I need to find what's the whole. Okay, very good. Good job, Candice. Okay, now I want you to practice, okay, the one on the right side. 40 is 20% of what number? Again, we need to find the whole. Okay, we need to find the whole. percent, usually we have those three different type. Ask you to find what's the percentage, ask you to find what's the part, okay, and ask you to find what's the whole number. Good job, Olivia. That number, oh, no, you typed in, yeah, very good, okay, good, Candice. So it's, what we find is 20% equals 40, okay, and then over that, you can do multiply, okay, this is like a multiply 2. And what is 100 multiplied 2? That would be 200. Or do the cross multiply, always have a multiple way to do that. So answer 200. I don't want to work to the last minute, but we can do a very quick probability. Probability is always fun. Okay, we can just do one and then I'm going to wrap it up. Okay, probability. If in a closet you have 3 blue hats, 7 red hats, and 5 yellow hats. Okay, and if you randomly choose a hat, what is the probability it is blue? What do you think? Oh, you already got it. Okay, I have 3 blue, 7 red, 5 yellow. Very good. Okay, let me call. I think I have not called you Charity, or I don't know if I called your name correct. Can you explain how did you get the answer?
I added 3 and 7 and 5, which is 15.
Very good. Totally is 15, right?
And then I but like I did 3 over 15, and then I simplified and I got 1 over 5.
Very good. Okay, so the probability is, okay, what's the probability is blue? Okay, is always, okay, what is the possibility for getting the blue? There are 3 blues. Okay, and then how many total hats in there? Okay, that will be 1 over 5. So the probability is 1 over 5. Good job. Okay, good job. Now, before we go, I just let you to maybe practice 1, okay, and then we'll go. Okay, number 2 on the right side. A spinner is broken into 12 sections. Okay, 4 sections are black, 6 are white, 2 are red. What is the probability of spinning the spinner and not landed, okay, on a red section? Here showing you like actually all the capitalized. You need to read carefully, okay? If it didn't give you the capitalized, which one is not? You guys did so good job. Okay, such good job. Okay, very good, very good. Not on the red, okay, section means either black, right, or the white. So black is 4, and then the white is 6. That added together is 10. Okay, what is the total? Total is 12. Okay, and then final answer is 5 over 6. Okay, very good. Good job. Okay, good job. I'm going to skip that. So if you have any questions, okay, if you or your parents have any questions, you can reach the office, okay, during those office hours, and you can also email us, okay, at this email for faster responses, okay, especially if it is out of our office hour. Any questions so far? Hope you enjoyed the open house, and I hope to see you, okay, next week.